is nothing stronger than the love that a mother has for their child. We hear of superhero-like mothers who are able to carry out superhuman actions when they see that their child is in trouble, such as being able to lift up a car all by themselves. But perhaps the most superhuman action that a mother can do is stop substance abuse as soon as they realize they are expecting. According to the World Health Organization, use of alcohol, illicit drugs, or other psychoactive substances during pregnancy can lead to multiple health and social problems for both the mother and the child. But in order for us to fully be able to understand the consequences that substance abuse has on an unborn child, we are going to consider 3 different types of substance abuses: smoking, drinking, and drugs. So first, let's look at the consequences of smoking. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, the 2011 Pregnancy Risk Survey and Monitoring System revealed that 10% of women who are pregnant admitted to smoking during the last 3 months of their pregnancy. Due to this, over 1,000 babies have died. And this is due to the simple fact that when you smoke, your baby does also. And instead of transporting the proper nutrients and oxygen to the fetus that they need, instead the mother is transferring over 4,000 very harmful toxins to the baby. There is also a chance of increased sudden death syndrome, or SIDS, for the child. And this is when the infant dies suddenly and there is no definite cause for the death. Along with this, there are many permanent damages to the baby, such as to their lungs and their brain due to the chemical nicotine. Many mothers will opt for the option of e-cigarettes, hoping that this will be a safer option, but this still contains nicotine, which has damaging effects to the baby. And sadly, this substance isn't the only one that is used during pregnancy. Drinking is very common and can be even more dangerous. According to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, 1 in 10 pregnant women have admitted to drinking while pregnant, and 3.1% of women have admitted to binge drinking while pregnant, which is when they drink 4 or more alcoholic beverages in one sitting. That is equivalent to 48 ounces of beer, 32 ounces of malt liquor, 20 ounces of wine, and 7 ounces of distilled liquor. And according to healthline.com, fetuses are unable to process alcohol the same way that adults can. This is because the alcohol is far more concentrated in the fetus, and just like smoking, it will block the nutrients and the oxygen supply to the vital organs of the baby. And this can have a lifetime effect on the baby's physical, intellectual, and behavioral and learning. And the most dangerous factor of a baby being born to a drinking mother is fetal alcohol syndrome, or FAS. FAS is displayed in the baby 12 hours after delivery, and this can be seen by common withdrawal symptoms such as jitteriness, irritability, and poor feeding. FAS is also responsible for a wide variety of problems, including kidney defects and abnormalities, heart problems, deformed limbs and fingers, and behavioral disorders such as ADHD. And the only way to prevent FAS is to avoid drinking while pregnant. Sadly, though, this is not the most common type of substance abuse. Drugs are becoming more and more common, and they are very, very easy to access. According to drugabuse.gov, about 5% of women have admitted to using 1 or more substances, such as marijuana, cocaine, or heroin. And for marijuana smokers, in order to get the full effect, they have to deeply inhale the smoke and hold it in their lungs for as long as possible. This transmits many harmful chemicals to the baby, and it increases the chance for onset labor, fetal distress, poor growth, and behavioral and breathing problems for the baby. Cocaine is another substance that gives a mother an increased risk of marriage miscarriages and a stillbirth. It can also cause a premature rupture of the mother's water, which can lead to a premature birth. And this makes the baby more susceptible to sicknesses. Heroin is another type of substance that gives a baby a high risk of being born addicted to the drug, and they will start to experience life-threatening withdrawal symptoms soon after birth. These are characterized by high-pitched crying, poor feeding, tremors, irritability, sneezing, sweating, and seizures. Substance abuse is a problem that only superhero-like mothers are able to conquer. It can lead to incredibly damaging effects to somebody's child, such as miscarriages, stillbirth, premature births, physical and mental disabilities, sudden death syndrome, and these are just to name a few. That's why mothers who are able to quit substance abuse as soon as they find out they are expecting are the most superhero-like people